I am Sure Sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Hey, good afternoon, people. This is Man in His Man. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Yep. How you all doing? Hope you had an opportunity to watch the Reggae Girls game. Yeah, man. Hope you're hearing me as well. The mic was away from me, but hope you're hearing me as well. Just watch the Reggae Girls game. A little bit disappointed, so we're gonna have a discussion on it. Won't be too hard on the ladies. And I'm going to explain to you why. So jump onto the stream, hit the like button, and I want some of my lady vloggers to come on as well. They are very versed in discussing male football. I want to know what your knowledge is like in covering the female version of the sport. I have no doubt that you're just as versed in discussing it. All right, so jump on board and let me know you're watching. I won't be long. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the game, and then you can share with me what you think about the team's performance. All right, again, I'll just put it out there. I think it was a very poor display by the team, and we can't afford to let the win cover up the cracks. Yeah, that is just the truth. The team didn't look well. We didn't play well, and that is just the truth. We didn't play well, and we didn't look well from start to finish. We conceded a goal, and now our two center backs were off, and so it was a lot of makeshift players. So first, let me get into it. Sometimes, I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes when we complain about what we have here, we don't realize that it's worse other places. And what I mean by that, the playing condition, the surface was terrible. You could see the ball couldn't move on the surface very well. Terrible playing surface. That's number one. And you can tell that the players were severely hampered, right, by the conditions there, and so I thought that was part of the reason why the team just looked that bad. Also, we made some substitution for this game coming out of the last game at home. Some changes were made, and so the team has not had the opportunity to train. And then Tiffany Camara came in over Said, and Gail also came in over Von Flosser. So 2 changes were made into the starting 11. Then the 2 center backs, the 2 Swaby sisters, were substituted, one early in the first half and the other one early in the second half. And so again, we had to make adjustments. So given all of that, those are reasonable excuse that the team could use. But even as the game started, the Jamaica team started out with at least 9 persons in that starting 11. Who were at the last World Cup when Jamaica went there. The Jamaican team also, they in my opinion, they have more players on the field playing at the highest level. We have players playing who have played for in the Italian league, in the leagues in Europe, the top leagues in Europe. And we all know that. So in terms of quality, we are better. The Grenada team used as well several of their under 20 players. Not saying that they are not good. 17 and 16 and 18 year olds in the game. All right. And that's I think there are some concerns that we need to address in this team. Our wide play is poor, and we don't have a way, and this is from the first game, our transition from midfield to forward is poor. Kind of same thing we suffered with the senior men's team. And going into the not just the April fixture, I think we're going to make it past the April fixture. But when we get to the next round, because I've also looked at some of the other teams, the USA and Canada team, they would give this Grenada team like 20. I'm telling you. Mexico would give this Grenada team like 14, 15, 16, how they are playing. That's the level they are at. I think we have more quality than even the Mexico Queen team, but we are not seeing that quality. Kemar Hasfal, blessings alive. You're saying they didn't play well, didn't look well, but question, what is the ceiling? All right, what's the expectation? That's what I'm explaining now. We should not have conceded in this game, right? Snyder, Sydney, very good keeper, like one of my number 1 keepers, but I thought she sat back on her line too much. Watch the first game and look at how Spencer kept in that game. She was always a part of the play, playing it around, hitting the long diagonals, and when those balls came over, she was right there. I think Sydney, she sits back on her line too much, and that was part of the concession of that goal. I thought, there were times, and this is what led to the goal. We had the ball forward and under no pressure at all. We're playing it back. We are trying to score as many goals as possible, and we just played the ball back. So when come April, we have to be better. And I think this was audition for some of the players, because they're like 12 players out of the team. Quality players. So some of these players are going to probably lose their space, and then people are going to say it is unfair. But the team never look well. Some poor mistakes today in the game. But I don't want to beat them because it's a 6-1 win, away from home, limited training, poor surface, all of that. I thought the officiating was also not up to par. And so with all of those excuses, I still believe we should have done better. We should not have conceded, and we should have scored more goals. We got the opportunities. We weren't kicking enough shots from outside of the box. I don't know and again, limited time in terms of preparation. So I'm trusting Coach Vin Blaine that his video his video, the person who analyzes, the video person who analyzes will show them, right? Some of these things. But please, the Grenada team lost their best player, their captain, Trudy McIntosh, I think her name is, right? And so, like, again, they made several changes to the side. They started again their under 20 players. Also, I don't want us all right. Some people say the performance was not that bad. So let me get this. We are judging our performance based on Damrock versus Grenada result. We control the game, but selfishness crept in, and I think the coaching strategy was off. There you go. That's an honest evaluation. So now, remember, I already told you that we are beating Dominica. Dominica not drawing with Jamaica out here. Then, I don't know if you remember this. Dominican Republic was the team that knocked Jamaica out of the under-20s. Let me say this. Let me say this. Jamaica will beat Dominica in Jamaica. So I'm not questioning, oh geez, Jamaica not going to go through. No, man. Don't be worried about that. We have players to come in. So I'm measuring today's performance, and I'm also adding what I saw, and I'm giving them the excuse. One, the surface was poor, the officiating was poor, 2 changes were made to the side, the 2 center backs came off, and the team did not have enough time. I've given them the 5 excuses. But formula, you have to come on and explain to me. The performance was below average. If you look at listen, go back to even the Costa Rica game. Though Costa Rica were playing with 10 women. Go back to the Nigeria game when the team was just assembled to play those games. Look at how we played. Go back to even the USA game that we lost. Go back to those games and look at how this team performed. Even though we lost that USA game, that game we played a whole lot better than this game. We weren't. We were turning back the ball. We were turning back the ball unnecessarily. That's how we conceded the goal. We're turning back the ball. Unnecessarily turning back the ball. Unnecessarily making passes when we could have gone forward. We weren't pressing as if we want to score. We just never looked like, all right, let's go and grab this. We only were running to take the ball out of the net. Listen, the first time, the 2 times, good squares came into the box. We got 2 goals. Aerially, the keeper of Grenada is not big enough to come and collect those balls. All right. So let's bring on my friend.
What's happening, boss?
How you doing? I'm here, man.
Good, man. You?
I am doing good. A little tired. I was in between both 2 games because I was watching Mount Pleasant as well. But yeah.
I am tired from some work I did earlier and I had to run, come set up the watch along.
Cool. Yeah. So talk to me. You said that the performance wasn't that bad.
Mannings, why such harsh rhetoric? I think it was Duckland who said it.
I wasn't harsh, man.
I think it was Duckland who made a brilliant point about, us. The comparison is obviously gonna be made with the Dominican Republic, and I said it, and people said Damrep, can't test me, but me say it, so this Damrep team is looking like a team that can potentially cause us. So it's not a team that I think is better than ours, but it's a team that we definitely cannot take lightly. This is a team that it is very reasonable, or it is entirely possible that this is a team that when we play them can cause us some problems. The good thing about that game is that I think it will be at our home at the National Stadium.
Yeah.
But honestly, look, I disagree with the whole bad performance thing. I think that our end product in the final third has improved game from game or game to game. So the Bermuda game, the main issue I was having with that game was the quality of the final balls. The final passes in the Bermuda game was off a lot of the times, in my humble opinion. So a lot of the times we could have exploited the space in behind the Bermudan defensive line if it was not for a bad final pass. If the pass was better, we could have had a lot more joy in that game. This game around, though, it started in like the first 20 minutes, but as the game wore on, the final balls improved dramatically in terms of the quality, and the connectivity up front in the final third improved dramatically. But we have to be real and we have to be fair. We created a lot of chances in this game. With just, again, the end product improved slightly. So it was a case where we go from final ball problem to, final ball is very good, creating a lot of chances, but we're just not finishing off the chances, right? But if look, and a lot of people go and kick up a hellstorm about the goal that we conceded. Oh, we met Grenada concede a goal. Look, that girl that conceded that goal against us, if you notice,
that scored the goal.
That scored the goal against us, rather. If you notice, is a pretty decent player, She was having a good game, causing us some little problems every time she gets at the ball.
No, man, very good player. I agree with it. Listen.
Yeah.
All right, so let me give you. All right. And this was a situation from the last game. So I'm giving you all the excuse, Our two center backs who are able to dribble into midfield came off, the Swaby sisters. So we had an entirely new defense because
I never both sisters come off.
Both of them came off.
Both of them came off? I remember Alison came off.
Both of them and the other sister came off early in the second half.
So
that's how we conceded. Yeah, both of them came off. And remember as well.
No man. I think you're mixing it up.
No, man. Both Swaby sisters were substituted. Both of them got injured.
No, man. Chantel, was the one defending the goal. Remember, Chantel showed the Grenadian number 10 for her stronger foot.
Right. So after
Alison came off.
But Chantel came off afterwards. Right after the goal, she came off.
That one they missed me.
Yeah, man. Both of them came off. Came off. So we weren't. So here's my issue with the team.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because remember, I am saying to you, we don't have enough time. The surface was bad. The officiating was bad because the Bonishaw, that the Bonishaw goal was not offside. The Jody Brown goal was offside. The one that the keeper.
No, man, Jody Brown was onside on that.
All right, when you watch it again,
watch it again.
I'm going to say that the still frame. She's offside still, but we got away with that one. But the Bonishaw goal was not offside. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the number 9 Keane came on. So here's my thing, family. What I want to see is not so much the win. It is the performance. The win is important, I am saying that the performance of the team collectively, given the quality that we still had on the field, was not up to par. All right? In other words, none of the goals were scored because we broke down the Grenada team.
No, I can't agree with that, man.
Let's go over the goal. Who scored the first goal?
The first goal was scored by Tiffany Cameron.
Where she individually came in, she cut inside.
Bonnie did well on the play as well.
No, Bonnie got the ball, pass it, but Tiffany came in, cut past the defender and kick it.
The ball was played to Bonnie in behind the Grenadian defense. Bonnie cut it back inside to Tiffany, who found.
No, man, that's a Jody. No, man, Jody Brown. Bonishaw got the ball, slid it through. Jody Brown ran in front of the defender and scored. Tiffany got the ball where Tiffany is the one who kick it in the roof. She cut inside, beat the defender. It wasn't it right. The assist that that Bonnie got, it was the assist to Jody Brown.
No man, Bonnie got an assist on the Cameron goal as well too, man.
All right. All right. I'm not going to run it, right?
Man.
The Bonnie Shaw goal was not a build-up goal or breaking down defense.
True. That one I'll give you. I'll give you.
The corner kick that came out and the brilliant goal from all the way out wasn't a build-up goal. The only one was when thing there came on Van Flasser, who started the last game and put the ball in and Bonnie Shaw headed it in.
No,
Right.
Mannings, I think you're being a little bit too harsh. I think on a number of occasions we played through the respective thirds and we broke down the Grenadians. As I said, the main issue was the end product, like in terms of the finishing, right? I don't think the problem was breaking down the Grenadians. We did it a lot and created a ton load of chances, but we just weren't finishing off the chances.
I think I agree with Kemar. We probably played it down to listen. If Jamaica was playing USA like this, we get 12 love. If this was the USA we were playing today, we get around 12.
No, no. I am in agreement with you, that we're not ready for the big guns in CONCACAF just yet, right? I agree with you that there is still work that needs to be done, right? I agree with that, right? It's remember new coach, girls coming back together, I see improvements from the Bermuda game, and also
Really?
of course.
Tell me what it. I don't know, because listen, I think if you listen to even Duckland, this is an important question. I think, and based on what our coach has said, I think our coach believe it don't matter if we score 1 or 2, we are going
As
to
long
beat
as we
Dominica.
win.
Listen, I don't know, we created a lot of chances.
Of course.
So
of course, Manning.
So is it that we miss many chances?
Of course. We missed a ton load of chances,
What?
Manning. I
must have been watching
in the second half.
I must have been watching it.
Especially in the second half. We had like 23 shots or something like that.
Oh no, man. Listen.
Yes, man.
Listen, let me tell you, this is why I don't follow stats. All right. So Jody Brown cut inside and she kicked the ball right into the goalkeeper hand. That is going to count as it is a shot, But was that was not an opportunity. If the ball go right into the goalkeeper hand.
No, it was an opportunity. Jody Brown's finishing was just not the best.
Okay, so the next one was when Ting there kicked the ball from half line and almost half line, and the keeper, that's an opportunity. Listen.
And the keeper what?
The keeper held it.
Mannings, I think you're being very, very, I think normally I am the one who that says extremely negative. Remember after the Gold Cup game, Jamaica versus Suriname, seen? I get a ton load of cussing formula negative. Formula like we win the game 2-0, we keep a clean sheet.
Man, listen, I'm going to listen to you because because I am saying that if we are going to look at this game and say that we broke down this Grenada team several times and created many opportunities.
Of course, Mannings. Several times we broke down Grenada, man. Several times we broke them down.
Listen, we played a whole lot better. We played in terms of controlling the game. In terms of controlling the game, we control the Grenada game. Every time this Grenada team came past half line, it looked like they were going to score on Jamaica.
To be fair, no, that's an exaggeration.
Really?
So hold on, man.
Listen,
you have a point. We could have done better snuffing out the counters. But to go as far as saying every time them pass offline, them look at them.
I'm going to tell you why. You see, when I watched the Bermuda game, I was there. You see, every time that ball came over, our goalkeeper was controlling it. Sydney, who is a goalkeeper I rate, she was on the line. And I'm saying, maybe this is because our 2 primary center back, the Ashley sisters, were off. But formula, every time they came forward, it looked dangerous. I didn't say they created chances, but I'm telling
you said Mannings, you said every time Grenada passed the half line, they looked like they were going to score. That is an exaggeration. I agree, Mannings. They could have dealt with the counter-attack in terms of snuffing it out. They could have dealt with it better. The ball over the top of our high line was causing us problems as well. They would get it into midfield quickly on the counter and dink one over our defensive line. That was causing us problems, right? And there were some occasions where, I remember Sydney had to come off the line and she had to play sweeper-keeper. Right, that's always the danger when you're playing such a high line and you're camping out in the opposition's half. I agree we can do a little better, with defending against the counter attacks. But to say that they look like they were gonna score every time they cross half line, that's a gross exaggeration, man.
All right. Well, I fine. I disagree still with you, but let me give you an next example. Asher had a poor game today.
No, Mannings. We can't agree with that, Mannings. No, Mannings. You are normally the positive one. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the girls were amazing, Yes, there is work that needs to be done for sure.
Let me ask you this. Anybody had a poor game today? Anybody had a poor game today for Jamaica?
Yes, I would say that Bonflaza came on and it took her a while to get up to the speed of the game. She was the one that lost the ball in the dangerous position that led to the goal being conceded. And she lose the ball, in the dangerous position, that led to the goal conceding. It took her a little while to get up to the speed of play, but eventually she got up to it. I think Sashania Campbell in the first half was not very good on the left. To be fair, who else? Trudy Carter, could have. I've seen better games from Carter as well.
No, man, no. And I'm not asking if they could have played. And so you're saying the only person who had a poor game? That's what I'm asking you.
Poor?
So nobody had a poor game? All right.
Trudy. I would say Trudy had a poor game.
Trudy had a poor game. All right, that's fine. Listen, Jody Brown did not play well today, and Jody Brown is my player. She didn't play well. The only two times Jody Brown got past her defender in the second half. One, she kicked the ball into the goalkeeper hand. And the other time when she went down the flank and she cut it back on Asher. All right? Let me tell you this. I want you to watch the game again. The midfield. I want you
to watch the game again.
No, man. Listen, the midfield today, the reason why we look the way we did is because Asher was doing too much on the ball. So she lost a lot of ball. She had more bad passes in this game than the Bermuda game.
But she was doing a lot on the ball. I think she was doing more on the ball in the Bermuda game.
But she wasn't losing it. But I'm saying that she was losing and making a lot of bad passes today.
Hold on.
And slowing it down.
All right, hold on.
So let me give you a couple of things, for example.
I think your standards are extremely high.
No, man. Listen,
your bar high, bar.
I am saying to you, I'm giving all the excuses, because I'm not beating them because I'm winning. I am saying that, listen, because I follow these girls, and I'm sure that if I get Asher and ask her, she will tell you that this is one of her poorest games. I am telling you that without a doubt. She was poor today. I'm not comparing her to even. I'm saying giving her standard, and I'm saying that maybe it is because of the surface, but she kept the ball too much.
Mannings.
Can I say? All right, go ahead.
I think we don't give the Grenadians enough credit doing the Mannings. I think we're not. I think the Grenadians had, relative to their ability, I think they did decently, right? I think a lot we don't give their game management enough props, In the second half, when every minute them are drop on the ground, right? A fake all sort of injury, a roll upon the ground for all 5 minutes, right? that was them trying to take the sting out of the game and break up our rhythm. So it was as if we had to keep on rebuilding the pressure. The reggae boys need to take a page out of the Grenadian girls' books
Let me ask you something.
when it comes to game management.
Family, let me ask you something. Because if you're saying that, did the Grenadian, all right, let me ask you. Because the reason I'm saying this is Asha is a top class midfielder. All right? She dictates the pace of the game. So in the game against Bermuda, because of how the game was a little bit faster, part of it is because of the surface. So Carter, Jody Brown had several one-on-ones in that game, taking on people, winning free kicks. All right. So we also had, what's her name, Said on the other side, because Said started in the game. All right. So let me say this. When I look at the game today, I felt like, given exactly what you said, that Grenada was trying to take the pace out of the game, disrupt the flow of the game. When we got the ball, we were very slow through the phases. I don't see us
Mannings,
transitioning fast enough into I didn't see where we said, wow, that's a good transition into attack. Bam.
No, Mannings, I can't agree with that, Mannings. No, Mannings. There were a number of times when I saw where...
All right. Dockland is saying that they weren't poor, they were average.
I would agree with that. No, that is fair, Dockland. No, that is fair. I can't say Jody Brown was poor, right? Relative to her quality, she was a little bit more than average, but we have seen better performances.
Listen. Jody Brown,
she was poor, Mannings.
Jody Brown, hey, listen, some of these girls, I'm a baller. Yeah. And I'm going to say, when I watch her at Florida State and watch her from Ochi and listen, she played poorly today. And I'm saying she played poorly because of the surface. So I'm saying the surface caused it, you know. That's what I'm saying. Part of the reason why we look so poor today is because the surface was poor. So we couldn't play with the fluidity.
It was very slow. It was very slow.
We couldn't play with the fluidity. They had to hold on to the ball a little bit longer to be assured of the passes, because I feel like they wanted to make sure of the pass before. And I think that is, I don't know still what.
I think you say Mannings are confusing me right now, because I don't look, as I say, Dockland's statement is a fair statement, right? I wouldn't even argue with you if they said they were average. But to say that they were poor, I can't agree with that. I think Tiffany Cameron in the first half could have gotten a lot more involved in the game as well, right? But I can't agree that they were poor, man. I can't agree. Yes, Tennessee, I know we do have stronger teams coming up to play. I do know that we have to improve against the Dominican Republic. But I think it's a work in progress. I think that, I think that we are going to improve game by game. I think we improve game by game so far. But to say, am I concerned about the Dam Rep right now? Yes, I am. It is a little bit concerning, right?
That is where you and I are different now, you know. This is where you and I are different now. Here's where you and I are different. I have no concern in terms of Jamaica playing against the Dam Rep. And this is what I'm saying. Because I set them at I expect us to beat them easily at the stadium. Easily. There won't be a challenge for us. So and this is why I'm saying this, in my estimation, it's poor. Because when I watch, all right, when I watch Bonishaw, because we are so slow in the transition, she doesn't get a lot of one-on-one opportunity and balls through the channels. I want you to go back to the goals that she has scored so far. One of the goals, like today, she basically take on people. The other goal, very good header, very good square, very good header. All right, good build-up play because they switched the angle. In the other game, it's the same thing. I fumbled up ball in the box and she kind of took it and she turned and she fired it in the roof. Just remember, I am saying that even with her, the movement is stagnant because the ball, I think, don't go through the lines faster. And when I watch them in Costa Rica, the thing is that in the Costa Rica game, the goalkeeper was making a lot of saves. I didn't feel like the Grenada keeper made any saves today. Like, whoa, this keeper is keeping Grenada in the game.
And I agree that as I said, the finishing was if you were here criticizing the finishing and saying it was poor, I would have no problems, right? But on the point of progression of the ball through the thirds for Bonisha, right? There are a number of times in the game when Bonisha dropped into the hole in front of the Grenadian defense line and received a pass from either a midfielder or a center back, right? And was able to either, turn on it and involve one of the wingers, especially Jody Brown. We saw it for the second goal, I think it was, where, the ball was played throughout the respective thirds, right? Bonisha dropped into the hole, received the ball, dragged the Grenadian center back out of position, destabilizing the Grenadian defense, right? Implemented a wicked piece of skill to get by that Grenadian defender and then exploited the space behind that the Grenadian defender would have abandoned by playing that through ball into Jody, and Jody, put it in the back of the net. So there are a number of plays where Bonisha dropped into the hole, received the pass, and was causing problems for the Grenadian defense line.
That is the point we are making. The point we are making is, it's just like if you have Mikel Antonio and you're not utilizing him enough in the game. I am saying it is for that point you're making why I think our transition is weak, because we're not utilizing Bonisha. There should be 6, 7, 8, 9 of those players in the game, because we're not playing against a big, tall, speedy defense.
But there were a number of times as it was a constant pattern of play, getting the ball to Bonnie in the hole.
Really?
Yes.
You're saying that Bonisha got a lot of those balls in the pocket?
Yes.
Today?
On quite a number of occasions, especially in the first half. Quite a number of occasions.
Hey, we need to watch the game again. Because obviously.
Mannings, you know what we should do? We should watch the game together.
And M10. Dre. Duclan said no. The man said,
I don't business where Duclan wants it. I saw it and I was constantly pointing it out on my watch along. Right? You constantly saw them getting the ball to Bonnie in the hole.
No.
And Bonnie linking the play up top.
Hey, listen, at one point I was thinking that the coach would say to her, drop deep and come and take some of those. Because I'm saying that she wasn't getting any delivery. And I can understand that maybe she was being double teamed, which is fine. Right? Here somebody saying you could see, you said she walk off like she was angry,
she was frustrated at the finishing. She was frustrated.
You think it's the finishing? Is it
the
supply?
No. Here's what. There was a particular play where I don't remember who scuffed a glorious chance, right? And Bonnie just went ballistic, like she just did. By the way, Bonnie, she was the captain today, right?
Yeah, man.
Bonnie as the captain needs to learn. Bonnie as the captain needs to improve, right? Her look, everybody has different leadership styles, but yes, I get it to a certain extent in terms of the captain kind of trying to raise the levels by showing frustration, for other players to improve. But there comes a time when it becomes a little bit overbearing, and I think Bonnie needs to be a little bit careful of that. And also, in the first game, Bonnie was on a yellow card, and a trace out referee as the captain.
No,
You
man, she
cannot do
wasn't.
that.
No, man, no. I was at the stadium. She wasn't tracing out the referee still.
She had some words with the referee
Yeah, but
after
he's
she
a
banged
captain.
in
He's
the
a
first
captain,
goal,
though. As a
Mannings.
captain, you're permitted to do that still.
No, Mannings. The referee could have
Somebody
easily.
said that Tennessee, you need to go and watch again.
Tennessee good, man. Tennessee good, man. They have already formed their opinions. Nothing now gonna change for
All
them, man. See?
All right, so here's what I'm saying, Famila, right? So I agree with you, but I'm going to tell you this. Jordan Brown was frustrated today as well. Bunny Shaw was frustrated today as well. And I think a part of that is when they were isolated, they weren't getting the ball. I'm going to give you an next danger that Jamaica face. In the second half, we're playing so poor defensively, and I know because all of the substitutions were made. When the Swaby sisters, I think, came off. A couple of occasions, Grenada got the ball. The same fast girl got the ball, and if she had only passed the ball right, there was always an open Grenada out on the right. I don't know if you realize, around 3 times, and she just tried to dribble in the middle and they lost the ball. We recovered it, but there were a couple of times they had a wide open player out there. Jamaica had that.
Was a passing channel open to her?
Yeah, man. And she, a couple of times it happened when they got on the break. Because here's the sad thing. Let me tell you why I said the team played poorly. Grenada did not kick one goal kick or a spot kick past the center circle. All right? At no point did they kick one.
Yeah. It was a problem in the Bermuda game too for the goalkeeper. Right. Yeah,
the Grenada team didn't do that. Here's the thing now.
So the game was played higher up the pitch.
But every time they kicked out the ball, the goalkeeper kicked it to our right. So our left back to
our left. Their right, our left.
And there's a one player that collects it in their half.
Yes.
Always controlling the ball from first half to second half.
Yeah.
And at no point the Jamaica team tried to stop that. The only place on the field. Here is what. 2 times in the second half we won it. Grenada start playing the ball to the right-sided centre back. And the Jamaican team, you could see Bunny Shaw say, what are you doing? What are you doing way back down there? The defense, if you look at the game again, our defense line was still in the center circle in our half, and she's asking, what are you doing? Because they can't. The one time they tried to block them up there, we got a corner. These are the things I'm saying that the whole thing. And I mean, we win, and I know that bad field, many changes, no training. So it's not like I'm being hard, but these things we need to fix from now. Because remember, the team started with almost, I think, 7 of the players, 7 or 9 of the players, 7 of the players, I think, are players who played in the World Cup for Jamaica. Are players who are in season, playing well. So my expectations were probably a little bit too high. I expected 7 goals, but they should not have scored. Big up.
Yeah.
Big up, Sir Freddie with the super sticker. Always appreciate the love and the support. Yeah, man. But go ahead, your time, Fabio.
But for that one mistake, and I think one, we scored less amount of goals than the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
And 2, we conceded the goal. Right? It was a bad mistake from Bonflaza. It happens. It happens to defenders, right? It happens. She was caught on the ball, she lost the ball, and it happens. It was a bad mistake. It's not like Grenada broke us down. It's not like Grenada, I mean, it wasn't even, yes, it was an enforced error, but it wasn't even, it was more so about the mistake from Bonflaza than it was about anything that the Grenadians did. And also, Swaby should have defended it better too, because she showed the Grenadian on our stronger foot, right? So, I think that combined with the fact that we scored less goals than Dominican Republic, people are just up in arms. And I think we don't give the Grenadians enough credit. I think the Grenadians did very well in terms of did as good or as well as they could, better than Bermuda, in my opinion, in trying to frustrate us. in trying to get close to us especially in the first 20 minutes, we didn't have a lot of time and space on the ball, in my opinion, They were not giving us a lot of time and space. It dropped off, the levels dropped off a little bit, but even right throughout the game, they were trying as best as possible to get close to our players on the ball and not give us a lot of time and space. They were trying also to make the game a physical game and try and make the game a scrappy game. And I don't think we'll give the Grenadians enough credit for. I think the Grenadians did decently.
Yeah. All right. So let me say a couple of things. One. All right. You see, I was at the Bermuda game. I wanted to watch the Bermuda game. Bermuda made the line of confrontation in the middle third.
Higher up.
Coach Minzy and I were there. The Bermuda team, it can tell you, every time you look at them, they were 4-1, 4-1. Listen, even with men football in Jamaica, I've never seen such perfect lines. I'm telling you. I never see that with Grenada today.
And as I said, but as I said,
Bermuda was harder to break down.
No, I disagree with that. I think if we had better final, but I think Bermuda gave us more space and time to play than Grenada.
No. Bermuda gave us everything in our half. But once we got into the middle third, they started confronting us. But Asher and Kayla had brilliant games.
In the Bermuda game, yes, they did very well.
And Jody Brown was excellent on the flanks.
Yes.
All right. And then you also had the Swaby sister the one who plays midfield, the younger one, because she's a midfielder. She has this thing of dribbling out and creating.
You mean Allison?
Yeah, because she plays midfield, So when she dribbles out the back, it was creating problems for the Bermudans.
Yes.
And so that is, I think, in terms of coaching, the team looked better in that game. But I just figure, in my head, I just think like, our coaching staff just think, listen, we have too many players. None of them team I can beat with. So listen, just go out there, make sure you don't get any injuries. Just take it easy. If you want to come off, let me know. And think, just get a couple of goals and we're all right. I think like that must have been the approach.
No, I don't think that's the approach. But Manning just said something about the girls not pressing for more goals earlier on. But I agree with that. Right up until the end, the girls were pressing for more goals.
No, when we scored, they were hurrying to get the ball out of the goal to restart the game.
Yeah, and they were trying to get on the front foot again to get a seventh. They were trying to get goals.
Okay. All right.
They were trying to get goals.
All right.
Manning, you and I, I'm serious about this. You and I need to watch this game together.
I'm going to watch the game again, people, because some of the persons are agreeing with me, some are agreeing with you. So I like to watch it again. So it was recorded, so I'm going to watch it again. But
what you need to do is send me a StreamYard link when you're watching it.
All right, we can watch it together. All right, we're going to do that. We are going to do that. But Dre's banking on the players coming in because he says he's also concerned given the performance today. But, 7 starters are coming in April. Again, the chemistry will be important. But honestly, I have no doubt that the team is going to go through. No doubt at all. Go ahead.
Mannings, what do you think about that, though? Introducing all of those players in the April window when we have Damrep to play in, if memory serves right, the second.
But they are not new players like Marla Sweatman and then Blackwood and Havana.
They're not new, yes. And some of them are relatively new. Like the ones with documentation.
I think it's only 4.
But my thing is those are very important players that more than likely the manager would want to take a look at. Remember, he has not seen those girls play under him as yet either.
But the good thing is that we play Cayman first, don't we?
Yes, but will the Cayman do, in your opinion, do you think the Cayman game will be enough to get us prepared for that big test against Damrep?
He's going to do the same thing. I think what he did at Stadium, which is bringing like the Havana, bringing those and probably just add like one of the or two of the new players, probably like a Drew Spencer who played a game with them and Jade. Right? And then see how they're gelling, and then for the next game, you plug in a couple more. I think that's what because they played in the USA tournament. So they're not really, and like I said, Marlo Sweatman, Havana was at the World Cup. So they're not really new. They're just out because they have played together before. So I don't think it is like a big concern. I think if it were against like the Mexico or the Canada and the USA, I would be more concerned. Yeah.
But, as I said, they haven't played under this new gaffers yet. And, the entire team together has not played under this new gaffers yet.
Yeah.
So I just wonder, how disrupting could it be? Right? And the whole squad really and truly has not really played together in a while.
Yeah, man. But I hear an echo. What's going on now? 1, 2. Yeah. But
everything's going good to me.
Oh, we played. What I'm saying, in the USA tournament when they played Costa Rica in those games, they played.
Yeah, but that wasn't that in October? That was a couple months ago.
Yeah, but remember that she has always played with the team, It's not like that was her first game. Can't remember she was in France with them, She was one who scored the goal in France.
Salome?
No,
Salome?
Havana. Yeah, Havana.
Yeah, I know that. But what I'm saying is that the entire team has not played together in a while. Like in terms of like the Paige Bailey and Jude Spence and those players, like everybody playing together for like, because I remember, those games will take place in April, So think about it. October, November, December, January, February, March, April. That's over half a year that they would not have played together. Plus, they have not played together under this new coach. So I know Havana has played with the team and scored for us at World Cup and all of that when Bunny Shaw did player in behind. I get all of that, but they haven't played together in. It's gonna be
recent time. Like I don't think honestly, like maybe I'm too overconfident, but I have no concern about Cayman Islands and Dominica Republic. What I am concerned about is what we're gonna do before the next part of the tournament. Like
we need friendlies.
Like I believe that's where because we're gonna have to play either USA or Canada. And remember as well, right? Remember as well that if you finish first, if you win the finals, you qualify automatically for the Olympics. You know that, right? So it is serving as an Olympic qualifier. And if you finish, there's a second and third. Whoever finished second in that playoff, meaning the semifinals, so the defeated finalist also qualifies for the Olympics. So you qualify for the Olympic and the World Cup, in this tournament, I mean, and so I am thinking.
So there's a lot at stake.
A lot at stake. I think to me that is what I'm looking at. Maybe I'm not supposed to go so far, think about the next game, but that's what I'm looking at. The fact that we could go to this tournament, and hopefully, probably going to finals.
Yeah. I think that a lot of people seem to be very nervous about the girls right now. I'm not saying there's not cause for concern. I'm not saying that. But when Manning's titled the stream, but an overall poor performance. Not one poor, not even one poor, two poors. No, Manning's that to me, in my humble opinion, that's a little bit too strong. I don't think the performance was that bad.
No, listen,
we could have easily scored 10 if the finishing was better. And without the mistake,
what I'm saying was formula. If you're saying that our finishing was so bad that we missed 4 goal scoring opportunities, you can't say it was an average performance. That's poor.
No, but all right. And I said the finishing was poor. No, but Mannings, I said the finishing was poor, right? You are saying that even the attacking transition throughout the respective thirds was poor, and that I don't agree with. You are saying that moment of the game, was poor, I disagree.
No, all right. So it is poor in comparison to what my expectations are and what I've seen. And I did also put in the title, poor surface.
Surface, yeah.
I did that because what I am saying is that the team's performance was so poor. For one, the poor quality of the surface, the poor preparation time, the fact that we had to make several substitutions. I mean, we had makeshift centre back, and then the makeshift centre backs, all right, defense line was basically substituted out of the game. So look at the changes that the coach didn't change. Trudy, who wasn't playing well, I think, but who did he change? The right back came out, the two centre backs came out, Tiffany came out. Because Sead came in. So a lot of the changes were in the places that we weren't looking well because you couldn't make it. You understand what I mean? So the fact that the defense became so unstable contributed, I think, to some of the issues that we had. And I'm saying that I'm putting that in the context of my expectation of the team. The last game I saw, Asha being woman of the match, player of the game, And I know that this game, it is a surface that affected our passing.
But Mannings, I think in this particular game, Kayla McCoy was very good.
Yeah, man. No,
and
here you go.
I think Asha, while I've seen better performances, I don't think she was as poor as you're making her out to be. I think, she did very well, in terms of that box-to-box role. I think she did relatively well.
Yeah.
Right? I think she did relatively well in helping to control the game. Right? I think she did relatively well in helping to break the lines, right, with her movement and also her passing. So
you watch Asha play for Rangers and Chugande? Brother, she not normal. She Famila. More you watch her next Ranger. She not normal, brother. I'm telling you, she's not a normal midfielder when she plays. But I'm giving them the excuse, I think that is what I'm struggling with. I watched Bonnie Shaw play for City. And the kind of runs that I'm seeing her making.
So you're saying that just like the Reggae Boys, the club performances far exceed the country performances.
But that is what I'm saying, that something, and I'm saying the surface is part of it. The short preparation time is part of it. You understand me? And the many changes in the team is part of it. So I expect when we get a good surface, and you're going to tell me that, whenever you see Asha in a midfield, if Trudy Carter is out and Havana is in there, right? Because remember also, Sweatman is also a midfielder that going to move Kayla up into a right position. Because I think Kayla is going to play either on the right or on the left, If they keep Jody Brown, Kayla going to play on the other side because she's a forward. She's not a midfielder. I don't know if you know that. She's a forward.
Oh, Kayla McCoy. Yeah, man. I know she's a forward for Rangers, man. Banging in a lot of goals. My thing though is the constant use of makeshifts from Vin Blaine. We're seeing a couple of makeshifts. Is it problematic?
I love this because he has not had enough time. I'm going to like I said that. I think the team needs some time. It needs better surface. So I'm going to say he has not had enough time because having spoken to him, they really have not had a training session. It's just recovery after the travel and hey, let's work on this. All right. I mean, you're not feel that is it. Yeah. Asha, yeah, man. Asha, AK in
Yeah, I
Sweden,
was
and the midfield
wondering
be
because I
different.
thought
Yeah,
she was in Sweden. So I said
yeah,
when
Sweden,
Asha
Sweden,
moved to
Sweden,
Rangers.
Sweden. I was mixing her up
Hmm.
with Kayla, who is in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Kayla
she's
is at Rangers.
yeah, yeah,
Kayla and Chantel.
yeah, yeah. But people, it's 1 hour, and I promise myself that I'm going to keep it to 1 hour. Formula. When you're going to do yours? Afterward, later tomorrow?
I am probably gonna do one tomorrow, probably with Talawa, so you guys can look out for that.
Okay, okay, awesome,
But I
awesome.
think that would more be from the perspective of the entire round.
Yeah, man. All right.
Looking at the entire round.
Yeah, man. I want to jump on that. So let me know the time. Send me the link if you want me. You understand me?
All
But
right, no
respect
problem, no problem.
and thanks for coming. People, thanks to everyone for coming on. I promise myself, I promise everybody. Dre, any weather. How about you? You worried about how about you? We're going to talk about that, Dre, tomorrow. But thanks to everyone for jumping onto the stream and being a part of it with me. Really appreciate your company. It's just 1 hour. We're at the hour mark, so we're going to run out of town. I think Coach means they're probably doing is check out this channel and go and show them some love. You may see me on one of those channels a little later from now. Please remember, hit the like button. Man, need a Cash App link. Look in the description, man. Check the description. Check the description. Jamaica Red Devil. You may fuck up in one round there.
My name's done, ready and prepared for that, man.
Talk about your 1-0 from here. Who get 1-0 from here? Cavaliers are my team. Mount Pleasant are my team, yo. One more from the big baller again who says he plans on leaving Jamaica, but we'll talk about that tomorrow again. People, please stay safe and take the opportunity to add value to someone's life in all your deeds and action. Sir Blair, bless up. Really appreciate you coming on. And we'll talk tomorrow. All right?
Yeah, man. We link, man. Take care,
Yeah,
boss.
man. All right, then.